In the year 1757, the air above Bengal was thick with the acrid scent of gunpowder, remnants of the fierce Battle of Buxar still lingering like a ghost. The land, once vibrant and teeming with life, now lay under the oppressive shadow of the British East India Company. Siraj-ud-Dowlah, the Nawab of Bengal, had fallen, and in his place rose Mir Jafar, a puppet ruler whose strings were pulled by the very merchants who had come to trade, but now wielded unprecedented power. The once opulent province known as the Paradise of Nations was bleeding wealth, its people caught in the vice of greed and corruption. Mir Jafar, a man of conflicted loyalties, felt the weight of his homeland's dignity upon his shoulders. As he sat in his dimly lit chamber, adorned with fading tapestries, he could hear the whispers of discontent rising among the populace. The British demanded exorbitant sums, masquerading as gifts, draining his treasury while leaving the citizens to suffer. Each time he failed to meet their insatiable demands, he felt a piece of Bengal's spirit slipping away. His heart heavy, he knew he was merely a figurehead, a king without a crown, a ruler shackled by the very forces he had thought to control. When Mir Jafar was finally ousted, his son-in-law, Mir Qasim, took the throne with fervor, vowing to restore Bengal's independence. Qasim was a man of vision, his dream painted in bold strokes: a reformed administration, a strengthened army, and an end to subservience. He could almost hear the echoes of freedom ringing in his ears, but they were drowned out by the heavy tread of British boots. The company's officers were opulent in their power, and Qasim's ambitions quickly clashed with their entrenched interests. The tension reached a boiling point in 1763, igniting a spark that would send shockwaves across the land. When British traders resisted paying local taxes, Qasim took a daring step. He abolished all internal duties and declared free trade for all. It was a bold proclamation, one that rippled through the chambers of the company like a thunderclap. The British, who had grown accustomed to their monopoly, were furious. Skirmishes ignited across Patna, Munger, and Katwa, with Qasim's troops, though brave, facing the grim reality of better-armed British forces. As he fled westward to Awadh, seeking allies, the weight of his defeat bore down on him like a shroud. In Awadh, he found unexpected camaraderie in Shuja-ud-Dowlah, the determined Nawab, and Shah Alam II, the Mughal emperor. Together, they forged an alliance born out of necessity, a unity rarely seen in the fragmented tapestry of India. Qasim brought the fire of vengeance, Shuja-ud-Dowlah the resources of men and wealth, and Shah Alam II lent the legitimacy of his imperial title, a fragile alliance with the weight of history upon its shoulders. The stage was set for a decisive confrontation at Buxar, a small town cradled by the banks of the Ganges. On the misty morning of October 22nd, 1764, the two armies faced each other, 40,000 men in vibrant colors, their voices a chorus of defiance against the British's 7,000 disciplined troops. The air crackled with tension as Shuja-ud-Dowlah commanded the right flank, Mir Qasim's forces took the left, and the Mughal army held the center. As the sun began to rise, the battle erupted. The thunderous cannon fire echoed across the plains. The sky soon cloaked in billowing smoke, filling the air with the pungent scent of gunpowder. The cavalry surged forward, but as chaos ensued, the Indian forces faltered, caught in a web of fragmented command. Each hesitation felt like a dagger to Qasim's heart, knowing that the hopes of an entire nation lay on the line. By noon, their dreams lay shattered. Thousands of brave souls lay dead or wounded. The alliance crumbled, and the British emerged victorious once more. The defeat at Buxar was a cruel blow, marking the end of Indian sovereignty in the north. Shuja-ud-Dowlah fled in shame. Shah Alam II surrendered to the company, and Mir Qasim faded into obscurity, his dreams of independence extinguished like a candle in the wind. The East India Company, once a mere trading entity, now stood as the sovereign ruler over Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa, its grip tightening around the throats of a once proud people. The following year, the Treaty of Allahabad sealed their fate. Robert Clive and Shah Alam II's signatures on the parchment formalized the company's dominion, granting it the right to collect revenue, the first time a foreign entity would wield such power over millions. The consequences were dire. Bengal transformed from the richest province in Asia into a mere financial reservoir for British ambitions. Peasants, once prosperous, now endured the weight of crushing taxes, leading to the devastating Bengal famine of 1770, a tragedy that claimed millions. Yet, the company's unchecked power soon attracted scrutiny in England. Reports of rampant corruption ignited outrage, and the Regulating Act of 1773 emerged as a response, marking the dawn of British governance in India. It was a bittersweet evolution, as India transitioned from the rule of kings to bureaucratic control, the seeds of empire planted firmly at Buxar. The Battle of Buxar may not have echoed through history as triumphantly as Plassey, but its significance was monumental. Plassey had granted the British a foothold. Buxar gifted them an empire. It was a tale of ambition and betrayal, a poignant reminder of lost opportunities amidst division and distrust. Had the alliance acted with unity and purpose, perhaps the story of India would have been entirely different. As the sun set on this chapter of history, the British East India Company was no longer a mere trader. It had become a ruler, marking the transformation of a land governed by emperors into one held by merchants. The echoes of Buxar reverberated through time, a somber monument to what was lost, and a foreshadowing of the struggles that lay ahead. In the next episode, we will delve into the rise of Warren Hastings, the first Governor-General, and the lasting impact of British administration on India's future.